Before we start the business of this board, I'm asked, is there any public comment? Anybody signed up for public comment? No public comment. We'll move right into the action of the board. This should be a relatively short session tonight. For those of you in attendance, this is not a debate. This is a official action by the school board, and I wish you would reserve your comments unless I or one of the board members calls on you for input. And this board will, I will try to bring this board to a consensus decision this afternoon. Excuse me. And the action, I think, the action for us tonight is to take action to approve a non-support resolution of housing sexual offenders at the Northeast Texas Intervention Center Restitution Center. Our resolution goes a little bit further than that. When we started the process, that was our goal, was to get a position of the district in place. And because action moved faster than our ability to get this board together legally and to adopt a non-support resolution, we've expanded the resolution trying to be proactive for the community and for any further intervention into the community by sexual offenders or violent offenders of any sort. And that is the primary focus of the resolution. Before we take action on this resolution, and Mr. Peavy will read the resolution to the board prior to us voting on it, I would like to acknowledge this community and the hard work that was put in by this community to bring this to a resolution. There was a lot of work done with the public, in the public, and there was a lot of work done through some official channels that were not very visible to the public. And in that regard, I want to make this board aware of some of the contacts that I am personally aware of to bring this to a resolution. There are 2 or 3 people that I would want to recognize in that regard. One is Judge Carlo, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to get this deal knocked in the head. The other is Brandon Peavy, who is a personal friend with Representative Van Devers. And the judge told me I needed to hug Representative Van Devers' neck because he's the one who kicked all the doors open in Austin to get to the folks that run this program. So, having said that, the first opportunity I get, Representative Van Devers fixed to get a hug personally from me. So, anyway, there was some criticism that we were not moving fast enough to appease some of the citizens, but you know, we all were going to the same direction. We were all going to the same place. We just chose, and our way of getting there was through an official channel. We didn't feel like working across county lines was the answer. We needed to go directly to the state agency that run the program to get it killed. And again, I want the board to understand that there was a lot of involvement by our superintendent and by this district to help swell this whole effort. Having said that, Brendan, is there anything that you would like to add? You were the personal agent that did most of the communication for the district.
Sure. What I would like to add is just a timeline of kind of the information as it funneled in through this office and kind of the steps that we're taking. I think that was the important part of where we were going. I think everyone had the same goal in mind as this came about. I think the process in which we were moving towards that just wasn't understood along the way. And I'll give you my information as I have it as a timeline, and I hope it will make sense as to what we did and how we did the things that we did. On Wednesday, 2/18, Mr. Sarton contacted me and indicated that he had been contacted with some questions from Senator Eltief's office regarding this. Just some general, what would the community feel, how would those sorts of things be perceived. Thursday, I received a copy of an email from Mr. Frost in the morning of. Friday morning, I contacted Catherine Betts, who is over the Cass County probation officer, and as a response to her in her request for us to tour the facility and get some details of that. And my purpose in contacting her was to find out really what was going on with this, where was this at. She indicated that there was a public meeting on March 1st. She gave me some information that was slightly different than what I had received on this, and that's really what I was trying to get to, the information that was accurate about what we were really looking at. What was really going to occur? Is this something that's projected? Is this something that's definite? I didn't have that information. Saturday, I contacted Dr. Van Dever, and I simply asked him, I said, Dr. Van Dever, you sat in my seat as a superintendent less than a year ago. Who are the people that I need to contact, and who are the people that I need to touch to try to influence this situation? Dr. Van Dever said, let me make some phone calls, let me see if I can get you in front of Senator Eltief, who is over both Cass County and Bowie County. Monday, I was contacted by Dr. Van Dever mid-morning, and he indicated that this was not going to move forward. Tuesday, I received a press release at 1 o'clock approximately from Cass County as an official notification. Tuesday at 3:08, I received notification from Marsha McLean, the executive director of this program at the level of Austin. Through all of this process, once I had talked to Dr. Van Dever, he said one of the things that will be important is that the local entities pass a resolution and work through the process. Monday morning, we posted a meeting to do this. We had to wait 72 hours by protocol to have this meeting. So I hope everyone understands that the intent was never to not be involved, was never to support a situation. I felt as though that was an understood position, that folks would understand that housing sexual offenders a mile and a half from the school would not be a positive for anyone in the community, and especially the school district. However, in the beginning, what I was trying to do was gather facts, and merely that. So that's where we are today. That's where we are. And so the resolution that we have in front of us is hopefully something that will be proactive moving forward.
Does any of you board members have any questions about the process? Any question about what? Okay. Brandon, would you read the resolution that we're going to ask, that I'm going to ask that you adopt?
Sure. Resolution opposing the Northeast Texas Intervention Center's Restitution Center. Whereas the Maud Independent School District, the District of Maud ISD, Board of Trustees has learned that the facility for sexual offenders or any other violent offender to be called Northeast Texas Intervention or Restitution Center, the facility could be placed in Bowie County. And whereas the location of the facility will be close to the district's campuses and athletic complex. And whereas the district is charged with maintaining a safe environment for its children while their academic and athletic endeavors. Whereas the district is concerned that the proximity of the facility to the district schools' activities and the nature of the crimes committed by the facility's inhabitants, some of which may be against children, present a significant safety risk to Maud ISD students. And whereas the Maud ISD Board of Trustees has determined that in the district's best interest to formally communicate the district's opposition to the facility to the necessary public officials and facility developers. Now therefore be it resolved that the Maude Independent School District opposes the placement of the Northeast Texas Intervention Restitution Center in Bowie County for the reasons identified above. Be it further resolved that the Superintendent of Schools is hereby authorized and directed to formally communicate the district's opposition to the facility to all appropriate entities and individuals consistent with this resolution. And it
So this gives us a leg up. Anything happens in the near term or out in the future. We did it kind of with Marvin Nickel. We have a resolution posted against Marvin Nickel. Then automatically, we don't have to go into a reactive mode. We've already taken the action we need to put this in the appropriate place. Now, having heard the resolution, is there anyone that would like anything in the resolution changed, or is there any discussion? All right. I'd take a motion to adopt that resolution.
I move that we adopt the resolution.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Those in favor? It is unanimous. The resolution is considered adopted. There being no further business of this district at this particular meeting, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn. I'll second.
Those in favor, stand up.